Monitor the amount of steps you do. You can break your 1 hour of workout that you need in a day to 5 minutes, 10 times a day. You know, it can just be 5 very quick things that you do maybe 5 times a day. And you don't need to find that 1 hour, so when you don't have time, plus all of us have mobiles. I'm sure all of you have mobiles here. Raise your hands, all those who don't have mobiles. So when I'm having a 1 hour gossip session with my best friend about how that girl that I went to the party really irritated me because she was eyeing my husband and she was so damn good looking and hot that he was paying me no attention. Wishes. And looking, why are you not walking while you're talking? Just walk around the room while you talk on the phone. Why do you have to be glued to a chair when the three of us are standing and moving and burning some calories? So men, women, humans come from the animal world. We are animals, and animals are meant to move. Our lives have become so sedentary that we get down in the lift, our car is waiting at the porch, we don't even want to walk to the car because we've told the driver the night before, जब मैं नीचे आऊंगी मेरी गाड़ी उधर चाहिए. So we've called the driver when we're getting into the lift and say, मैं नीचे आ रही हूँ, गाड़ी तैयार रखो. We want a glass of water, we call Ramu, pani lao. Okay, we don't do any work. We don't move. Of course, it's too hot in Bombay to park your car far away and walk to the car, or if you're living on the 30th floor, to walk up the stairs. But you can get off on the 25th floor and walk up 5 stories of stairs, to make sure you get some movement in the day. My best thing is walking when I'm talking. Not right now, but normally. Because you burn calories, you're moving, you have so many expressions because you understand, and he was looking at her, so your arms are moving, you're getting a full body movement. Not workout, because to work it out, you would have to have some weight bearing. But you can even while talking, put it on speaker, go to your table, do some table push-ups, sit on your chair, do some tricep dips. There are lots of exercises you can do while talking on the phone. So, that's what I'd say. There's never not enough time to move.
Alright, so what is the minimum amount of time that you think one should devote in a week, let's say?
To be healthy?
Yeah, to be healthy and fit.
At least 30 minutes a day to be healthy. To be fit depends on what your current fitness level is. And again, one rule does not work for everyone. So I would just say to be healthy, to have good digestion, to not have problems. 30 minutes a day is the minimum you should be doing. If you want to be fit, if you want to look like Sophie Chowdhury or Deepika Padukone, I don't mean look exactly, but be as slim as them, then it depends where you are right now and what you have to do to get there.
Alright, thank you. And Sophie, you've got a very, very hectic schedule, I know. But then I also stalk you on social media. And you are constantly working out. How do you find the time to balance those two? And how do you look like you do?
Thank you. I think some of you guys can't see me, so I'll stand. Actually, I just think that the most important thing is to change your lifestyle and make it a lifestyle. So I don't look at working out like a chore. If I don't do a session of Pilates or if I don't do any movement in the day, I'm miserable. And it's not because I want to be thin and I want to fit into that super tight Hervé dress or anything like that. It's I, within myself, don't feel good. I don't feel positive if I do not work out or do not do some form of exercise. When it comes to food, perhaps I'm fortunate that I generally enjoy healthy food, but again, I don't think of it as a diet. In fact, when I met Rashi, the first thing I said to her is, I've never done a diet in my life, and it's true. I do not diet, I do not deprive myself of anything, but I maintain a basic healthy lifestyle. I think we all know what's good for us and what's not good for us. It's logic. I don't think you really need somebody to tell you that. You just need to be able to have the strength from within to just take that on. The one thing that I did do when I went to Rashi, I know I drove you crazy, because I didn't really follow too much of what she said, but there is, who reduced the volume? You can keep it up. I know how to control a mic, thank you. So I think the one thing that I did take away from Rashi, which has changed my life, is I'm somebody who likes desserts. I'm somebody who likes sugar, which I know is hard to believe, but give me anything from a tiramisu to a rasmalai and I will have it. But what I have stopped doing is, the minute I met her, I stopped adding any sugar to any tea or coffee. And I know that all of us have at least 1 or 2 teas in a day, or 3 or 4. If you're in Bombay, it's cutting chai, it's this big, so you end up having 4 or 5. Just stop adding sugar and you'll see a huge difference. And another thing that happened is I became gluten-free. And that is a huge change in your life. Now for people who say things like, I need my roti, believe it or not, in Bombay you can get gluten-free atta. And we make rotis from that at home now. I generally don't eat Indian food maybe more than once or twice a week, and I know that sounds crazy, but the amount of great food you can have without having all your desi masale and cooked in oil and tons of roti and tons of chawal, it's amazing if you get out there and you explore. The thing is, I don't have to, because I have this incredible mother who goes on the internet every single day and finds a new recipe, be it from Jamie Oliver or whoever, to come up with an exciting, interesting salad. Things like grilling a sweet potato. There's so many exciting things you can do, which is what Ravina was talking about, which is what Rashi says, which is what Yaz says. But the most important thing is to not be healthy and crazy healthy for 1 week and then give it up. That's what everybody does. I'm going to get fit this week, I'm going to work out every day, I'm going to eat salads all week, and then you give up. And that's the saddest thing. I think it's better if you're slow and steady and change your lifestyle so that it is your life, rather than saying, I'm going to get fit next month, so I'll do this for 2 weeks. And then stop, because that's pointless. That's just not going to achieve you any results. I think the only reason that I kind of am like this is because I'm consistent. I don't diet, I don't work out like crazy 1 week. I am just like this. So I think I pretty much look the same because I'm always like this. And I think that's just the best advice I can give anyone, is to not be extreme. Don't starve yourself, don't deprive yourself. Just try and adopt an overall healthier lifestyle, and trust me, you will be a happier person. More than being thin, and more than getting into your favorite pair of tight jeans, which is great, it feels great. You will be a much happier person when you eliminate all of those negative things that you're eating, all of those excuses that I don't have time for myself. That's just not true. If it means getting up half an hour earlier, you have to do it. If it means sleeping half an hour later, you have to do it. You have to make time for yourself. And the biggest example I can give of this, and she is by far, Yaz, the most popular client of yours at Yasmin's Body Image. And that is my mom, who used to be, I think, my size, right until her 50s. Then, having lived in England for 47 years of her life, and that's why I'm born and brought up, I made her move here because of this crazy dream that I wanted to pursue. Now, when you're in England, you have a very active lifestyle. My mom was doing Pilates 25 years ago with the man who brought Pilates to England. So I was aware of it as a kid. And then you come to Bombay and the same thing, Ramu, pani lao, gadi lao, ye lao, where is there to walk? I think when we moved here, my mom actually broke her leg because she's not used to looking down when she's walking. And everything has a pothole, and what are you supposed to do? So after all of these years, we've been here 10 years now, just over 10 years, it's been 11, 12 years actually now. And I finally convinced my mom to join Yaz. And mom started going to Yaz regularly in end of April. And she lost 16 kilos by October. So the reason I'm saying this is because anybody who says, I'm getting older, it's so much harder, anyone who says, I do not have the time, it's, you know what, if you want to do it, you will do it. And let me tell you, when she's in the gym, everybody who's half her age is feeling motivated and embarrassed because they're like, oh my God, like she's doing this, we need to do this. So I'm just saying that it's a strength and a desire that comes from within, and if you want it, you will do it.
Thank you very much.
And she's a very tough cookie to please, auntie, because she's done Pilates with the person who brought Pilates to London straight from Joseph Pilates, and when she's in the gym, actually Sophia and I are a little at attention so that we don't make any mistakes. And her dedication and just overcoming all her different problems, and there's not a day that she says that, oh, I'm not feeling well, because she said, today I'll do it little lightly because I'm not feeling up to it. But she's there, and she's not just a mother who's sitting at home and looking for recipes for Sophie and cooking for her. She is her manager. So she does all of managing Sophie and all the other things, and makes time for herself to come and work out. And I think she deserves a round of applause.
Okay, so everybody stood up, and I think I should do now.
Finally! Woohoo! You're an animal now.
This is the coolest gig I've ever gotten to host. Because the gig, usually has the host standing and the guests sitting down, the speakers sitting down, and the role was reversed. And this is after
because it's a fitness.
Amazing!
And you can only be fit if you deserve it.
Yes. So I'm going to keep walking because I deserve it. And now I'm going to ask you guys, do you all have any questions for our experts over here? Any questions?
I have a question.
Yeah.
You just said that you shouldn't have the butter with the bread. And what do you have?
So, well, like I said, it depends a lot on where you are currently at your fitness level, what you're trying to get at. Which is why when she talks about commitment and all of that, there needs to be some goal you're trying to reach at. So it depends. Why don't you tell me what your goal is right now?
My goal is just to maintain where I am, and
Then, one of the changes you will make is just start cooking your food in ghee, coconut oil or butter. If you were someone who was struggling with weight and you were just stuck with stubborn weight and just not losing it, then I would recommend wake up in the morning, have a tablespoon of ghee or butter and start your day like that. But since that's not one of your goals, just make sure you start cooking in better, medium or fat.
so if I have to have butter in the morning,
If you have to have...
you don't have to. Yeah, but if I want to have
Okay,
butter,
so I'll tell you. So generally, this whole butter concept comes...
what butter also?
If you can't do pasteurized, unsalted butter, ideally I do pasteurized,
I have unsalted.
You have unsalted. Yeah, so then what you can do, again this is not, like I said,
And I used
everyone
to not
has...
have it before. But it's just because I go to Yas so regularly. We've been there for last 13 years.
Right,
So now it's every time all the tips come up, so you start with, okay, a little bit fat in the morning.
right. So let me put this
This
with
is
you.
yours only.
Yeah, fat in the morning works
Yeah.
beautifully for people, one who are just not losing weight. There are some who are metabolically deranged. What that means is you have thyroid, you have PCOD, you have endometriosis, you're diabetic, and you have extra weight to lose, and no matter what you do, have you had clients like this? No matter what they do, no matter what workout they do, they just don't drop weight. That is because you are metabolically deranged. So what you will do for 2 weeks, you're going to go completely on a different tangent. What I do with my clients is they wake up and they have a tablespoon of butter blended in black coffee. Now this sounds insane, but it works like, I know, the face that you're making right now. Okay, if you blend it, then it tastes
like cappuccino.
but a fake cappuccino, because obviously there's no lactose in it. Butter does have lactose, but very little. So when you blend it like that and have it, after a couple of days, you will want it. Simple. Because your brain starts functioning better, you have lesser cravings, you're going to be fuller for longer. Having said that, a lot of people, not a lot, say 20% of my clients don't respond well to it. So then we change it. Then they do a tablespoon of ghee in the morning. But like I said, it depends on where you are at your current fitness level and what you're aiming towards. So yeah.
So how does one determine your current fitness level?
Okay, one, are you happy when you wake up every morning? Are you happy with the body you have? If you don't have it, then it's time to make a change, because if you're not feeling good about yourself, what is the point? That's one. Second thing, when you're climbing steps, are you able to climb them, normally? Otherwise, generally I tell people do a 5K. See how long it takes you. If it's going to take you more than 10 minutes to do 1 kilometer, then you're just in really bad, like you're really in a bad...
No, I'd say 12 minutes.
12?
10
Really?
is for a fit person, yeah. So
For
if you
5K or 1K?
No, 1K.
for 1K,
10
12, do a 5K, doing 1 kilometer for 10 minutes, in 10 minutes, which I think is average, but you have to give leeway to people
yeah,
who have
that's-
some,
That's your
12
forte.
minutes.
So obviously, that's how we judge. But to me, I want to wake up every morning and feel good about my body. You know, I want to feel good. I want to feel like I'm looking good and feeling good and all of that. If you're not feeling like that, then it's time to change.
So what if you're looking really good? But
And
then
you're feeling
climbing-
good.
and you're feeling wonderful and you're looking good. But when you climb up the steps, you're breathless.
Yeah, so then clearly that it's time to
Not
change.
fit.
Then you're not fit, so then it's time to change, exactly.
What if I'm looking good and I'm feeling good, but I don't want to get up? I want to sleep somewhere. Very
That's
desperate.
what gaslight. That won't happen.
I never want to wake up in the morning.
I don't believe that, yes.
She gets enough people like that.
Any more questions? Yes.
What's a good substitute for butter?
Uh,
Means a person stubborn, fat, aging,
if you
and
can't
you
do,
have all the problems that age-related problems.
Yeah.
But still, you want to have butter on bread.
is this for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you should.
Well, I think I've
If
got
you're
a lot of
bloated, then you need to
stubborn fat.
Yeah, but then stubborn fat is just it's not the right. No, I think you should start with a tablespoon of coconut oil.
On bread?
No, if you're going to mix your carbs, if you're
You
going to
have
mix,
to give up bread.
I mean, not everyone needs to give up bread.
Initially.
Not everyone, but it depends. If you're saying you have stubborn fat, then you need to make drastic changes to shock your body a bit.
Try gluten-free bread.
Gluten-free bread, that will help you.
Where do you get it?
Anywhere in Nature's Basket.
Nature's Basket has it freely available.
Just have bajra roti and jawar roti.
Substitute your wheat. Delete your wheat from.
You should be wheat-free.
That wheat.
If you're a bread lover, trust me, you won't like gluten-free bread. It's kadak.
Two
So
steps.
just
I'm
stick
a
to.
bread lover.
You can. What I do is I piso brown rice. Now you get brown rice atta and I make rotis out of brown rice. So
Yeah.
that really works.
Yeah.
That's why when I was in
Brown rice and little
Maybe you're stubborn fat is because you're very stubborn about liking bread. You should change that. I think you've eaten bread for enough years of your life. It's time to make a change. You have to either give up the fat or the bread.
What bread do you have?
Make your choices like I said
Well, I
initially.
buy varieties of bread.
Any other questions? Okay, I'll come back to you guys.
So I recently underwent a surgery for spondylitis, and I had like really bad issues right in my hand and everything. But now I have like belly fat, which I can't do crunches. I can't do crunches or anything anymore. If there any workouts.
Okay, so her question is, wow, this is really good. I have to talk softly. So her question is, she underwent a surgery, she has some cervical spondylosis problem, and because of that, she's developed belly fat. I think we need to review what you're eating, what your activity is, because seriously, if you do crunches till the cows come home only, you're not going to lose that belly fat. Belly fat has nothing to do with doing abdominal exercises. It's lifestyle, it's what you eat, it's what your fitness level is. It's a combination of fitness, food, and nutrition. So a consult with all three of us would be a good idea. I'm totally selling it right now.
A lot of people go to gyms or trainers saying I need to lose weight only from my hips, or I need to lose weight only from my arms, or it's basically people believe in spot reduction. But I think, there's a lot of people who come, I mean, I've done this with you guys, I want to lose weight, but I don't want to lose weight on my face. Yeah, that's just unrealistic. It's just not going to happen. And if anybody thinks that only by doing hip exercises you'll get better hips, or if only by doing arms you'll get better arms, it doesn't happen. It has to start with your food. And I really believe that how you look is at least, I mean, the workout is usually important, but 70% is what you put in. Right? Sorry guys, I know that working out is hugely important, but
I totally believe in that as well. And like she said, I have people who say, I want to lose weight, but I don't want my face to go because the charm goes. I have some Sindhi women who come and they say, I want to lose weight, and they're doing beautifully till one auntie who has come met them and said, "Itni weak ho gayi hai." Then the next time they come to class, they put on 5 kilos and say, yes, I've put on 5 kilos. The person laughing the loudest is the one with that example. But Carol, really it's a combination of the three. So maybe you're working out and you're doing everything else. And if you actually review what you're eating and what kind of workouts you're doing, you'll find the answer yourself because you're smart.
But then when you meet people, सबसे पहले ये कहेंगे, "अरे pull down लग रहा है आप," instead of saying you're looking good.
आपको पता नहीं है पुल डाउन क्या है, पुल अप आप अपने आप को पुल अप करो
सभी लोग यार
Auntie,
ये लोग क्या हो सभी लोग Look center, Raj. Look here.
Look here, look here.
Sophie wants to know कि इस इवेंट पे आके आपने कितने सीक्रेट्स रिवील किए कि कैसे फिट रहा जाए।
ये जो आज इवेंट था, इट वाज गेटिंग फिट विद द फैबुलस 3 जो कि हैं मेरी ट्रेनर यास्मीन कराची वाला, रुवीना भाटिया फैट फ्री ऑलमोस्ट, एंड राशि चौधरी जो एक न्यूट्रिशन एक्सपर्ट हैं दुबई से। मैं इन तीनों को जानती हूँ, दे बोथ इनक्रेडिबल एट व्हाट दे डू, एंड मैं इसलिए यहाँ पे आई हूँ बिकॉज आई रियली बिलीव इन देयर फिलॉसफी, जो कि है कि आपको अपनी लाइफस्टाइल चेंज करनी चाहिए। यू नीड टू अडॉप्ट अ हेल्दी लाइफस्टाइल, वर्कआउट, न्यूट्रिशन। ऐसा नहीं कि आप कुछ भी खा लें कभी भी, यू ऑल नो द सेंसिबल आंसर। सो आई थिंक इट वाज रियली इंटरेस्टिंग. It's March, we've just had Women's Day, and it's a good time to promote more health, more fitness amongst women. I think, everybody just needs a little encouragement, a little few words of advice, शायद personal experience से अगर मैं कुछ share करूँ if it can help anybody, then I think that's a good thing.
इतने बड़े डिस्कशन के बाद आपने क्या सीखा, कोई टिप्स आप लेके जा रहे हैं?
जी, एक्चुअली मैं इन तीनों को इतनी अच्छी तरह से जानती हूँ कि ऑलरेडी जितने भी टिप्स ये बता रही हैं मैंने अपनी लाइफस्टाइल में ऑलरेडी अडॉप्ट किए हैं। लेकिन हाँ, जब भी ऐसे मौक़ों पे आते हैं कुछ ना कुछ सीखने को मिलता है, बिकॉज आई थिंक वी लर्न एवरी डे फ्रॉम अदर प्रॉब्लम्स दैट लेडीज आर हैविंग, और मे बी न्यू रेसिपीज, और मे बी न्यू थिंग्स टू ट्राई। देयर इज ऑलवेज समथिंग टू लर्न। बट या आई थिंक द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज़ कि किसी को कभी क्रैश डाइटिंग नहीं करनी चाहिए। आई डोंट बिलीव इन दैट, एंड एवरीबडी हैज़ टू रियलाइज़ कि एवरी बॉडी इज़ यूनिक। जो आप कर सकते हैं वो मैं नहीं कर सकती हूँ, एंड जो आपके लिए अच्छा है शायद वो मेरे लिए नहीं अच्छा है। आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाट पीपल नीड टू रियलाइज़, एंड लोग हर चीज़ में इतना वक्त और पैसा इन्वेस्ट करते हैं। आई थिंक मैंने एक बहुत अच्छा एग्जाम्पल दिया कि हम सब लोग इतने obsessed हैं अपने फ्यूचर को लेके। तो हम हॉरोस्कोप देखते रहते हैं, हम ज्योतिषियों को मिलते हैं, हम उनको पैसे देते हैं, लेकिन अपनी खुद की जो बॉडी है, खुद की जो हेल्थ है, आई थिंक सबसे ज़्यादा उसमें इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए। दैट्स द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग। जी, मेरा नंबर 1 सीक्रेट इज़ रियली कंसिस्टेंसी। मैंने कभी ऐसा नहीं किया है कि पागलों की तरह एक हफ़्ता वर्कआउट किया और फिर आराम से बैठ गए, या 2 हफ्ते कम्प्लीटली पागलों की तरह डाइट किया एंड देन बैक टू नॉर्मल। जो भी मैं करती हूँ वो कंसिस्टेंट है। इट्स माई लाइफ। इट्स नॉट कि हाँ अगर कोई सॉन्ग शूटिंग होगी तो देन आई पुश माई सेल्फ अ लिटिल बिट मोर। आई हैव ऑलवेज डन दैट, बट क्योंकि मैं कंसिस्टेंट लेवल पे रहती हूँ, इसका ये मतलब नहीं कि बिफोर अ सॉन्ग शूट आई हैव टू लूज 5 kilos. It's probably 1 kilo. Because I'm always consistent. Number 2, don't do something just because somebody else is doing it. That's a very big tip, because आपको लगता है आपकी दोस्त कर रही तो आपको भी करना चाहिए, लेकिन शायद वो आपको सूट नहीं करता है. So you need to understand your body and what works for you. And number 3, never starve yourself. अगर आपको लगता है कि खाना बंद करके आप पतले हो जाएंगे, एक्चुअली जो होगा वो उल्टा है. You will become fatter. The only way to lose weight is to eat correctly, and believe it or not, you have to eat fat. That doesn't mean eating all yummy desi mithaiyan, shithaiyan, nothing like that. Good fats, nuts, coconut oil, avocados, अच्छे fats आपको खाने पड़ेंगे to be able to lose weight. So हाँ, don't be consistent, don't copy anybody, and don't starve.
डाइटिंग का जो प्रोसीजर है
जी
जितने भी आप लोगों से आई मीन मिलती हो
जी
कितना बड़ा मिथ है डाइट करने का, और कितने गलत
नहीं, एवरीबडी ओनली टॉक्स अबाउट डाइटिंग, एंड आई थिंक शायद इसलिए हम वो वर्ड यूज़ ही नहीं करते हैं. वी डोंट इवन कॉल राशि अ डाइटिशियन, शी इज़ अ न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट, बिकॉज एक्चुअली इट्स अबाउट टीचिंग योर बॉडी टू ईट करेक्टली. जिस तरह से आप अपने माइंड को सिखाते हैं कि ये सही है या इस चीज़ के बारे में आपको ये सोचना चाहिए, जिस तरह से आप अपने माइंड को एजुकेट करते हैं अबाउट एवरीथिंग दैट्स हैपनिंग इन द वर्ल्ड, like that you have to educate your body about what's good for it. So I think diets को लेके बहुत ज़्यादा myths हैं क्योंकि लोग दूसरों को देखते हैं, लोग सोचते हैं इस एक्ट्रेस ने ऐसे किया, लोग सोचते हैं इंटरनेट पे ऐसा हो रहा है. People do all kinds of crazy things, but let me tell you, whoever has done an extreme diet, the minute they have stopped it, they've put on twice the amount of weight. और फिर सोचते हैं ऐसा कैसे हो गया? Obviously, if you stop eating and then suddenly you start eating, you will put on the weight, which is why the focus is on adopting, I don't want to say a diet, but actually adopting a diet for your life. ऐसा खाना जो आप easily manage कर सकते हो, जो आप रोज़ खाओगे, जिसमें you're not feeling deprived. जैसे ही आप अपने आप को कहोगे, I can never ever ever eat a pizza again, you're gonna want the pizza now. So you can't deprive yourself. You have to be sensible. I think. I think मैं हमेशा पतली ही थी. I think मैं chubby जो when I was about 12, 13, 14 and more so क्योंकि मैं लंदन में पली बड़ी हूँ और मेरे स्कूल में शायद 3-4 देसी लड़कियाँ थीं, बाकी सब foreigners. So they were thin, they were blonde, they were tall, they were all of that. So I was always that. So that's when I felt it. लेकिन सबसे ज़्यादा मुझे लगा कि I'm big is when I actually moved to Bombay. और जब मैंने MTV पे काम करना शुरू किया, I found the girls in Bombay very skinny, very small. और मेरी जिस किस्म की बॉडी है, it's maybe I don't know, maybe it's just I'm more curvy, I'm slim, but I'm not like a dundee. I never was, and I think the typical Indian body type is skinny legs and a tummy. And I never had that. I never had the stomach. I had fit legs. I had a fit body. तो मैं जब MTV पे आती थी, मुझे हमेशा लगता था कि I'm so much larger than everybody, and a few people would comment on it, and that's a very bad headspace to be in because I was fitter than most people. मुझसे शायद काफ़ी सारी लड़कियाँ, they must have been much skinnier, but they were not as fit as me. So I think the most important lesson to learn is कि आपसे कोई आधा size हो सकता है, and she can be not fit at all because all of that weight can only be fat. And whereas you might be heavier, but you have muscle and not fat. So these are all things you have to learn. But MTV ke time pe I used to get up with Cyrus Broach and everybody used to say, but you're the hottest, you're the sexiest, you're the most unique. And I think that became my own unique quality, that I was sexy, that I was confident about my body, that I was not like anybody else. मैं बाकी लड़कियों की तरह नहीं थी. I was different. And I think that became my asset. And till today, I think I have my own very unique space and मैं उसको maintain करती हूँ. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Anybody else?
No.
That's it.
Yeah.